Okay, good. Very good. That's really good. So today I welcome all of you for environment session here. So this is first part is that I will go into the need of the examination. What exactly UPSC requires for the examination, and then I'll discuss something from the coming exam also. UPSC prelims exam 2020. Though all of you know that the dates have been now deferred. So whenever the exam dates will be announced, it will be a very important part. Since this exam is very dynamic in nature, so the type of questions which are asked, they come from various sources. So what I'll do first is that let me use a PowerPoint presentation to brief you something on the strategy part, strategy and challenges, and how you should go ahead with the subject. Then I'll come back to the topic, and if you have any query, any question you want to ask, so it's going to be open session. You can readily ask any question to me. So let me start with it. I'll just share my screen here. Is it visible there? I hope that, yeah, it has come there. So let me just zoom out there. All right. Um, so open session, discussion on syllabus, sources to refer, and strategies. This is what I have given the topic for the today's session. So let's understand here, environment and ecology. Every year you will come across something around 15, on an average I'm talking about, 15 questions in the prelims exam from environment topic. Now, environment subject, many times people only think from geography point of view, or you'll find from scientific point of view like biology, ecological point of view, or you'll find most of time current affairs. तो मैंने ये रियलाइज किया है अपने टीचिंग करियर में कि जिस तरह के क्वेश्चंस एग्जाम में पूछे जा रहे हैं और जिस तरह की तैयारी की जा रही है, थोड़ा मिसमैच मुझे दिखता है। मैं अभी भी जब मैं ये पॉपुलर मटेरियल देखता हूँ, जो लोग टेलीग्राम में है ना, जितने वेबसाइट्स वगैरह जाते हैं, दे ऑल सी ऑल दोज मटेरियल्स एंड द रीडिंग देयर, so I am finding that something is missing out there, because you just see there. I don't have to tell you anything. You just look at the 2020 question paper, 2019 question paper. Just see the last year question paper, and then you compare that questions asked by UPSC exam and prelims exam. You compare with the part of what have been given in study materials. Like for example, what are being taught in the classroom, what are being given in the compilation of current affairs materials website. You try to do the matching part. You'll find that it is not meeting the requirement. जो एक एक्सपेक्टेशन होनी चाहिए वो नहीं पूरा हो पा रहा है। और मुझे ये भरोसा है कि अभी 2020 का भी जो एग्जाम होगा, it will be again a different sort of exam, and the questions on environment will be really again very different. लेकिन ये क्या होता है ना कि एक हर्ड मेंटालिटी बन गई है। मैं हमेशा देखता हूँ क्लासरूम में या कहीं भी, जब अभी तो लॉकडाउन चल रहा है, कोरोना वायरस लॉकडाउन इज गोइंग ऑन, बिफोर दैट करोल बाग, राजेंद्र नगर, या मैं व्हेन आई गो टू बैंगलोर और हैदराबाद, एनी ऑफ द अदर सिटी फॉर द क्लासेस देयर, मैंने देखा है कि नाउ द पीपल आर जस्ट क्राउड, herd mentality, current affairs. They're mad about current affairs, right? Monthly magazine or any website, they're just going to that part. I'm not saying that you need not have to read current affairs. Current affairs you should follow. There's no doubt about it. Current affairs is an integral part of the examination. Current affairs को पढ़ना चाहिए और अच्छे से पढ़ना चाहिए, उसमें ये चीज़ है। लेकिन जो रेडीमेड चीजें जो है ना, जो लास्ट मोमेंट रेडीमेड चीजें पे, जो लास्ट में एक गाइड मिल गया, उसको रट्टा करके एग्जाम बैठ गए और पास कर गए, वो नहीं चलने वाला है। सो व्हाट आई वांट टू मेक यू अंडरस्टैंड, those students who are regularly following newspaper, the Hindu paper, right, regularly they are reading there, they will come across lots of topics on environment. Many articles have come in the newspaper, right? Once the basic concepts are done, and then you try to go into current affairs from newspaper, that really help into that. Last moment things will not help. Anyway, what I'll do first, let me just go into certain things from the examination point of view, and then I'll come back to the part of the requirement and I'll take your queries also there. So the syllabus of the exam, if you look at from prelims exam, there are three integral components. What is being said in paper one, that is, one is environmental ecology, second is biological diversity, biodiversity part, which include wildlife conservation, IUCN Red Data Book, threatened species, all this comes into that. And third comes global warming, climate change. सिलेबस में कहीं भी पोल्यूशन टॉपिक के बारे में मेंशन प्रीलिम्स एग्जाम में नहीं दिया हुआ है, लेकिन अगर एग्जाम के पॉइंट ऑफ देखा जाए, so environmental issues, let's say ozone depletion, ozone hole formation, or any of the pollution matter like air pollution or water or noise or now e-waste, electronic waste or biomedical or any kind of such pollution issues, they are also covered in the exam. And you'll find every year at least one question comes from environmental issues there. So, but the syllabus only gives you three names: environmental ecology, biodiversity, and climate change. But the question will be from environmental issues also. So one need to go into that and prepare there. Now, if you see the entire gamut of the question paper, and if you compare last 9-year examination, you'll find that 60%, around 60% areas are from current affairs. That's what I said. Current affairs is an integral part of the examination, but it should not happen that you miss out the basic concept. So 60% of areas which are now coming in the examination, they touch from somewhere in the newspaper or it has been there in the current aspect, right? But when the UPSC asks question from current affairs, it basically try to see that the students know certain basic aspect, basic concept, and particularly what I would like to emphasize, the keyword. There will be certain keywords will be there, which are linked to the question there. So let's now look at here. Mains exam. If I just go to the main exam, GS paper 3, where you have environmental ecology mentioned there. So you have natural resource conservation and management, that in terms of degradation and pollution issues. Then you have conservation part, which include conservation of all resources, forest or wetland, or let's say you take any ecosystem, including wildlife and biodiversity. And then EIU, environmental impact assessment. ये चार एरिया आपका मेंस में दिया हुआ है. Now in the question paper of main exam, at least 3 questions, you'll find 2 to 3 questions from the environment part, and again they are touching from the current aspect. They will be linked with that part. So let us go into the challenging part. What is the challenging part of this subject in UPSC exam? I have mentioned that from, if you compare from 2011 onward, I am referring at 20 questions only from one aspect, that is if you include some kind of interlinkages like geography. कुछ पार्ट ज्योग्राफी का भी लिंक करता है ना, कुछ चीजें इकोनॉमी हो सकता है, गवर्नमेंट प्रोग्राम हो सकता है. तो मैं टोटलिटी के सेंस में 20 क्वेश्चंस बता रहा हूँ. मैं अगर हम प्योरली बात करें तो अराउंड 11 to 15 क्वेश्चंस जो कि इन्वायरमेंटल इकोलॉजी से ही होता है. क्वेश्चन जो है स्टैटिक और डायनेमिक दोनों है, मतलब फंडामेंटल कंसेप्ट, यू शुड बी अवेयर ऑफ एनी एस्पेक्ट ऑफ द कंसेप्ट लाइक बायोडाइवर्सिटी और पोल्यूशन और क्लाइमेट चेंज, इकोसिस्टम, जितने भी कंसेप्ट हैं, and the current affairs. Now, government initiative, Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change. What I've been seeing last 5 years, there are a lot of questions coming from laws, like environmental laws in our country, like for example, Environment Protection Act 1986. Then we have Wildlife Protection Act 1972. Whatever government laws are there, whether forest or let's say wildlife, or let's say in terms of pollution aspect, somewhere from policies and programs perspective, at least one question is asked in the pre-exam, right? Main exam also you have to write answer based on the programs and policies. So Ministry of Environment, Forest, Climate Change, the nodal ministry to deal with environmental matters. Whatever has come in the PIB, Press Information Bureau, whatever press releases are there, you should be thorough with the PIB updates. And at the same time, e-book, there are e-books, PDF file in the PIB or Ministry of Environment, Forest, any update comes, you have to be aware of that, those reports or any kind of a publication part. Then I have given that concept and principles ecology is being asked, multidimensional aspect of biodiversity is being asked, pollution issues are there, climate change aspects are there, and climate change questions are at both air level. You have to know from, let's say, global perspective, like for example, United Nations Framework Convention on Climate Change, UNFCCC, Paris Agreement, and COP meeting, whatever conference of parties took place. At the same time, you should also be aware at national level, like what government of India is doing. Like for example, NDC, right, nationally determined contribution, and Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change. We have now roadmap that post 2020, what India is going to do to fight climate change. तो वो national जो perspective framework है, आपको वो भी पता होना चाहिए. So that's you have to see from both global and national perspective, both you have to see from there. Now let's look at here what not stated in syllabus and where the questions are generally asked in the exam. The first part comes here, organization. Every year at least one question comes from organization. Like I've given here Botanical Survey of India, BirdLife International, Wetland International, then traffic, IUCN. Sometimes in current affairs you may come across some organization name. So based on that the question can be asked. Then you have conventions. It's a very very important topic. Environmental conventions, treaties and conventions. जैसे मैं कुछ एग्जांपल देता हूँ, वेटलैंड कंजर्वेशन में रामसर कन्वेंशन आता है. 1971 का रामसर कन्वेंशन है जो कि वेटलैंड कंजर्वेशन है और इस साल के लिए बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है. Those who are going to appear this year exam, now India has got 37 Ramsar sites. And what is Ramsar site? Wetland of international importance, which is listed under the convention for wise use of the wetlands. So वहाँ पर है. फिर then CITES, Convention on International Trade of Endangered Species. अभी न्यूज में भी रोजवुड का आ रहा है, रोजवुड वगैरह जो इंडिया वांट टू रिमूव फ्रॉम अपेंडिक्स. देयर इज अपेंडिक्स 1, 2 and 3 under CITES. Government of India want to remove from appendix 2. Then coming to from climate change, Kyoto Protocol, Paris Agreement, Nagoya Protocol और Cartagena ये biodiversity का CBD के अंदर आता है. So that convention comes into that. So there are a lot of, and अभी जैसे recently if you are following newspaper, Gandhinagar, Gujarat, India was the host of COP13, Conference of Parties 13 of CMS, Bonn Convention, Convention on Migratory Species. तो ऐसे कई चीजें हैं. तो कन्वेंशन पे क्वेश्चन आता है, and those which are coming regularly in the newspaper, you have to be prepared with it. Question will be asked in that. Then coming to conferences, what I mentioned, all this summit and conference, इसमें दो चीज को ध्यान रखना है. You have to consider two aspects. पहला है कि ओल्ड लैंडमार्क कॉन्फ्रेंसेस, मैं कुछ एग्जांपल देता हूँ. जैसे रियो कॉन्फ्रेंस है, जैसे कि अर्थ समिट 1992 रियो डी जेनेरो अर्थ समिट के बारे में. स्टॉकहोम कॉन्फ्रेंस 1972 का है. 2012 रियो प्लस 20 कॉन्फ्रेंस हुआ था. ये बेसिक चीज है. बट नाउ इफ यू टेक फ्रॉम करंट एस्पेक्ट, लाइक आई मेंशन गांधीनगर and India was the host of that. Now New Delhi and Noida, we were the host of UNCCD, United Nations Convention to Combat Desertification का तो उसका कॉन्फ्रेंस यहाँ हुआ था. तो जितने भी ऐसे कॉन्फ्रेंस हो रहे हैं इंटरनेशनल लेवल पे और नेशनल लेवल पे, वो पता होना चाहिए, उसके बारे में जानकारी होनी चाहिए. So I have given certain example on my slide. Then funding agencies like for initial like TEB, the Economics of Ecosystem and Biodiversity, या GIHS, globally important agriculture heritage site, ये सब क्वेश्चन आ चुका है. These have been asked in the exam. Then coming to RED plus, REDD plus, reducing emission from deforestation and forest degradation. तो ऐसे जो भी initiatives हैं, है ना, there the questions can be asked and you have to be aware of that. Funding agencies like GCF, Green Climate Fund, Global Environment Facility, and UPSC had asked question on all such areas. Then national laws, I have mentioned that you have to be aware of environmental laws in India. Based on that, questions are asked in the examination. So if you see that this part, based on 9 years question papers, so what do you find? These are the areas not mentioned in the syllabus, but UPSC is asking questions regularly. Continuously questions are being asked, right? Now, what I would like to add here, if we further look at certain more important area, like for example, threatened species, like IUCN Red Data Book, and you have a threatened species here. So Red Data Book, like Red Data Book becomes very important. Every year, at least one question will be from Red Data Book. And like I've given, there's the leatherback turtles, gharial, Indian wildlife, swamp deer, star tortoise. Now, you know, the great Indian bustard is coming in the news. Recently, it has come in the news that India, now Supreme Court has allowed the rehabilitation of cheetah. We are going to bring African cheetah and settle in Madhya Pradesh. So such kind of species based question, at least one question will be there in prelims exam, right? Then other surprises like which UPSC had asked in the previous year exam, like Kharai camel, like a camel which can swim in sea water, that is the Gulf of Kutch in Gujarat, right? New banana species found in Andaman state butterfly. So all those which have been there, and particularly when the students are in exam hall, all of a sudden they know, oh, this is some kind of question asked in the exam, and they have gone through so much time current affair materials, all the popular current affair materials, और वहां पर कवर ही नहीं किया गया. ये तो बड़ा ये चीज है कि इतना मेहनत करने के बाद, वही मैं बार बार यही कहता हूँ कि अभी जो मैं सिचुएशन देख रहा हूँ, अभी जिस तरह से स्टूडेंट्स प्रिपेयर कर रहे होते हैं, कहीं ना कहीं कुछ ना कुछ वहां पर प्रॉब्लम है. तो नाउ माय पॉइंट इज दैट व्हेन यूपीएससी आस्क क्वेश्चन फ्रॉम करंट एस्पेक्ट, it is not that one time compilation of a monthly compilation or some kind of compilation given by this team, and they miss out some important articles from the Hindu paper का आप 1 वीक उठाइए, आप एटलीस्ट 2 वीक का पेपर उठाइए, 10 दिनों का पेपर देखिए, इन्वायरमेंट में कितना सारा न्यूज मिलेगा, उसमें कितने सारे एनालिसिस हो सकता है, जो यूपीएससी के क्वेश्चन सेटर हैं क्या क्या क्वेश्चन नहीं पूछ सकता है. देयर लॉट ऑफ स्कोप है वहां पर. आप क्या करते हैं, यू फॉलो वन, एक बना बनाया मटेरियल मिल गया, बस उसको आप याद करते हैं, कोई गारंटी नहीं है ना, देयर इज नो गारंटी. तो मैं इसलिए बार बार कहता हूं कि you have to be regular with current affairs. If you have to be current affairs, then read newspaper regularly, don't miss out anything. ये सब areas है, these are the gray areas which I am highlighting in today's open session, that इतने ये सारे जो क्वेश्चन आ रहे हैं स्पीसीज पे, और न्यूज़पेपर में लगातार कुछ ना कुछ आता है, तो प्लीज ट्राई टू मेक श्योर दैट whatever have been covered in the newspaper articles, try to focus on that. मैं एक और एग्जांपल देता हूँ, टेरेंटुला, पीकॉक टेरेंटुला, राइट, स्पाइडर होता है, इस काइंड ऑफ वाइल्ड स्पाइडर, बड़े साइज का स्पाइडर होता है, क्रिटिकली एंडेंजर्ड है इंडिया में. अब वो न्यूज में आया था. अब आई डोंट नो हाउ मेनी करंट अफेयर मटेरियल्स वुड हैव कवर्ड दैट. तो ये you have to be careful. What I want to say, you have to be careful. You have to be very, very careful and prepare according to that. Right? I can give you so many examples. Nilri Tahar, वो भी अभी न्यूज में. तो so much things are coming in newspaper. जो सेंसिबल स्टूडेंट होते हैं, मैं आपको बताता हूँ, जितने selected candidates होते हैं, मेरे इतने सारे स्टूडेंट्स हैं, they all have got through the exam and they are serving in the government of India. उनको पता था कि ये चीज पढ़ने पे यहाँ से क्वेश्चन आएगा, और उन्होंने वहीं पर मेहनत की, and they got through the exam, right? तो मैं वही कह रहा हूँ कि please be sure that what is UPSC, what UPSC asked, what is the requirement of the UPSC, and follow that perspective. आप पढ़िए, मैं ये नहीं कहता हूँ कि जो पॉपुलर वेबसाइट है या मटेरियल आप नहीं पढ़े, आप पढ़ें, बिल्कुल पढ़े, लेकिन बंद दिमाग से नहीं. डोंट बी वेरी क्लोज माइंडेड कि नहीं यही है भाई, यही क्वेश्चन आना है, बस इससे बाहर कुछ नहीं देखना है. So that is a kind of sometime can lead to pitfall. So please be sure, read everything, but again read those things which UPSC can ask. That's what I've given surprises in the question. Now Kharai camel will not be asked, but something else will be asked, which have come in the news. That you have to be thorough with it, right? Then coming to e-waste, electronic waste, groundwater pollutant, acid rain, right? These are pollution related questions, smog. Right now you know that coronavirus and has now changed the entire environment, right? गंगा जो है स्वच्छ हो गई है. जो गंगा नदी है ना, इतना रोना धोना होता था कि अरे भाई इतना गंदा है, इतना गंदा है, सरकार का पैसा इतना लग रहा था वहां पर, है ना, नमामि गंगे प्रोजेक्ट. आज गंगा इतनी साफ हो गई. तो कोरोना वायरस का कुछ तो कमाल है, अब लोगों को लुधियाना से हिमालय दिखने लगा है, राइट? ये सब आप न्यूज में देख रहे हैं, आप you are following social media and everything there. So something positive has happened because of this epidemic and pandemic, that environment is becoming cleaner. So now think, now what I'm saying that now think what UPSC can ask from this perspective of environment. Disease like COVID-19 and the environment part, what can be interconnection? Right, this is what UPSC is all about. That's what I want to make you understand. You are reading everything. It's not that you are not aware. Try to get into the real, crux of the thing there, where question can be asked. So I've just a biogeography related question now, very, very important. Every year in the prelims exam, at least one question will be from protected area network of India, whether it is a bird sanctuary or wildlife sanctuary or national park. 100% one question will be there. So that's what I have given here. You'll come across those areas. Then Satyamangalam Reserve, that is a tiger reserve in Tamil Nadu. Western Ghats, biodiversity hotspots, Ramsar sites, wetland international importance. पंजाब में 3 नए अभी रामसर साइट डिक्लेयर किया गया है. नांगल को किया गया, नांगल आया हुआ है, ब्यास आया हुआ है, केशवपुर छंब दिया हुआ है. तो ये जो भी नए चीजें आ रही है, ठीक है, वो दैट यू हैव टू प्रिपेयर. अभी 37 रामसर साइट्स हो गया, तो महाराष्ट्र हैज गॉट फर्स्ट रामसर साइट इन इंडिया. नंदुरबाग में भी नंदुर मधमेश्वर, वहां पर वेटलैंड को रामसर साइट बनाए गए. So you have to connect those kind of areas. You have to know all those areas. Then in terms of biogeography, hills, mountains, tribes, right? What type of land feature is that area is there? Let's say Sikkim. If we talk about Sikkim, Kanchenjunga National Park and Kanchenjunga Biosphere Reserve. Arunachal Pradesh में Dihang Dibang, there's a biosphere reserve. So you have to connect biogeography from the conservation point of view, species conservation and the protected areas with the geography part of it. And every year one question comes from there. I've just highlighted there. So all these areas you have to be thorough with that. Let me take few sample questions for the discussion part. Those who are preparing for the examination and have appeared in the examination will be aware. Those who are beginners who are still in the process of preparation, they'll be aware of this. Now, this question came in 2017. Ecological point of view, where is the confluence of link of Eastern Ghat and Western Ghat? Satyamangalam Tiger Reserve is a place where Eastern Ghat and Western Ghat meet together. मैं जा चुका हूँ, मैं काफी सारे जगहों पे विजिट करता रहता हूँ मैं. Since मेरा पैन इंडिया जाना होता है, I remember that 5 years back I went for classes to Ramakrishna Mission University in Coimbatore. Coimbatore में मैं गया हुआ था summer vacation में for a class there. So then there I took a journey from Coimbatore to Mysore. I went to Mysore, and on the way Satyamangalam comes. Satyamangalam Tiger Reserve or Satyamangalam Reserve Forest Area is known for tigers and many type of wildlife, and it is almost adjoining to Karnataka. Karnataka comes near to Karnataka and Kerala border, right? Though it has been Tamil Nadu has declared as a tiger reserve. So अब ऐसे चीजें जो है, अगर I don't know how that was covered earlier in any part. So ये जो biogeography का mapping part, what I want to make map, आप mapping के through कैसे करते हैं? कौन कौन सा important national parks हैं, tiger reserves है, elephant reserve है, कोई भी sanctuary news में आ रहा है. इसका बेस्ट तरीका यही है कि अगर आज न्यूज़पेपर में कुछ नेशनल पार्क के बारे में आ रहा है, इमीडिएटली गूगल करना. यू हैव टू गूगल आउट, find more information of that protected area, and then through map atlas you mark it where it is there. So here part of now Sesachalam Biosphere Reserve is in Andhra Pradesh, is a part of Eastern Ghat, is Andhra Pradesh. Nagarhole National Park is in Karnataka. Bandipur and Nagarhole, these are two very important tiger reserves and national park in the state of Karnataka. Nallamala forest comes into Eastern Ghat, Andhra Pradesh. So now see there all these names: Satyamangalam, Nallamala forest, Nagarhole, Sesachalam, right? This is the only if you have been following news and have gone through properly mapping and biogeography part, the students will be able to understand. Otherwise, textbook आप कितना पढ़ लीजिए, कुछ help नहीं होने वाला है, right? That is the thing there. So that's what I've given there. Now let's look at another one. I've already explained that part. Satyamangalam is a part of Nilgiri Biosphere Reserve. Traffic, right? Trade-related analysis of fauna and flora in commerce. It was also asked in the examination. Now look at here. What is the key word here? Bureau. Traffic is a bureau under UNEP. Now, United Nations Environment Program is a intergovernmental organization which deals with all environmental matters, and it covers one very important convention called CITES, CITES, Convention on International Trade of Endangered Species of Wild Fauna and Flora. So that is a part, but traffic is a initiative under WWF, Worldwide Fund for Nature. WWF is a non-government organization. ब्यूरो का काम होता है डेस्क वर्क करना, रिपोर्ट को देना, वो सारी चीजें, ठीक है. Now the mission of traffic is to ensure that trade in wild plants and animals not a threat to the conservation nature. That is right. Now the question was two statement, which is correct. Many times I find in answer key both the options given correct. I have given as a B, only second. It's not a bureau. It's a comes under the WWF. It comes out its own kind of a report, right? CITES, if you look at, CITES is a convention which comes under UNEP, right? There it deals with that. So that's what so traffic is associated with the CITES part, and there comes into, and traffic was established in 1976. Just a brief information is there. So traffic work in cooperation with the Secretariat of the CITES. It worked in close cooperation with that, right? So that's part of that. Now, climate change, carbon dioxide, greenhouse gases. There was a question about carbon sequestration, right? Which of the method can be used for carbon sequestration? Abandoned and uneconomic coal seams, depleted oil and gas reservoirs, subterranean deep saline formation. है ना, ये यूपीएससी का क्वेश्चन है जो मैं भी डिस्कस कर रहा हूँ. ये मैंने कुछ सैंपल क्वेश्चन उठाया है कि जस्ट टू मेक यू अवेयर कि हाउ द यूपीएससी क्वेश्चंस आर आस्क्ड, right? Now this is from technology point of view. So technological aspect, you have to be always and always try to see from the environmental perspective, right? Environment is a very important part and linked with technology, energy, all those part of it. So make sure that when you are reading technological aspect, try to also connect from environmental perspective. Okay, one person is asking question there. That person can ask me question there. If there's I'll just go to the chat box. I'm just seeing the chat box there. Okay, I'm just I'm taking a pause for a while. Okay, the PPT, don't worry. The presentation part, that's can be, that's up to the management to decide how to go about that. Right, this Bhaskar Yadav is saying that Satyamangalam Reserve is known for a very famous, you know, that smuggler, that is a Virappan, and very near to that site only he was encountered there. That is right there. Many times in my classroom I have been mentioning that Virappan as an example there. Satyamangalam comes into that area where he used to hide out. There's a hideout of the Virappan there. Carbon sink is similar to carbon sequestration. Now, see what is the person is saying that, is that same thing? No. See, I'll try to make you understand. When you say carbon sink, that means where the carbon can be absorbed. Now, carbon sink can be both natural and artificial. It can be man-made, at the same to natural carbon sink. Like when you say generally carbon sink, we refer to forest. Like forest, trees and plants can take up greenhouse gas through photosynthesis. Grasses can take up algae, phytoplanktons on the sea and ocean, and green algae can take up the carbon dioxide, right? And photosynthetic process, organic matter, the carbon is locked. But carbon sequestration, when we use the word sequestration, carbon sequestration can be induced through human effort also. That's what it says, sometimes interchangeably. You can say that one uses the word sequestration and sink in a interchangeable manner. Sink, we are referring to ecosystem. Sequestration in terms of process, how we capture the carbon. Like in man-made sequestration, there are a lot of geoengineering comes. Right, geoengineering aspect, we can capture greenhouse gases, right? Where we can take the gas and dump into the underground, into rock formation or any kind of area, abandoned coal mines, we can dump it there. So that is a very technological driven process. Natural process of carbon sink and sequestration comes into forest, conserving forest, afforestation, plantation of trees and protection of wetlands and all. This all comes into that. So that's really good. The people are asking question, and I can understand that part of strategy to make strategy for environment. Please I'll come to that one. I'll come to that part. So this question, I'll come to strategy part, what has to be there. So this is the one aspect which I've said as an exam. Now let's just look at another one, the law part, Wildlife Protection Act. I've already mentioned that you have to go through the part of the species protection, and you should know critically endangered, vulnerable, all those threatened species which come in the news also there. So gharial is the Indian wild ash, wild buffalo. This all comes into that perspective there. So I have given that part, and if you look at here, Then BOD, this is again from pollution part, biological oxygen demand, and it all has been asked in the exam. So I'm just taking few example to make you aware. Those who have already been preparing for the examination, they are aware of it. है ना, जो लोग अभी यूपीएससी तैयारी करेंगे, जो करियर लॉन्चर के स्टूडेंट्स हैं सीएल, इसीलिए मैं ये डिस्कस कर रहा हूँ. Those who are already aware of that, you will be going to. So now coming to the let me come to this part. एक ये भी क्वेश्चन था कि घड़ियाल का नेचुरल साइट कहाँ पर है, और उसमें ऑप्शन दिया हुआ था भितरकनिका, चंबल, पुलिकट लेक, दीपोर बिल, है ना. सबको पता है चंबल जो है, चंबल रेविन्स जो है, भितरकनिका का सोल्ट वाटर क्रोकोडाइल के लिए जाना जाता है. भितरकनिका मैंग्रोव इज इन ओडिशा and is a Ramsar site of Odisha. So there you have a around 900 salt water crocodile, right? खारे जल का मगरमच्छ जो है, और यहाँ पर but there a question about normal घड़ियाल, critically endangered species found in river Ganges. So there Chambal comes into that. Pulikat Lake, you know that Tamil Nadu and Andhra part of it. So there doesn't come. Dipor Bill is in Assam. There's a very famous Ramsar site in Guwahati. Guwahati city के पास में है, और ये कामरूप सिटी में आता है, एंड इज फेड बाय ब्रह्मपुत्र रिवर. तो दीपोर बिल भी आजकल काफी न्यूज में रहता है. सो देयर इज अ ग्रेटर एडजुटेंट स्टॉर्क, एक बर्ड है, इज ओनली 2/3 पॉपुलेशन ऑफ एडजुटेंट स्टॉर्क इज फाउंड इन दीपोर बिल. बट क्वेश्चन वाज आस्क्ड फॉर घड़ियाल. तो घड़ियाल इज फाउंड इन द दैट गिवन ऑप्शन, चंबल इज द पार्ट ऑफ इट, राइट. तो ये चीज है. मेंस क्वेश्चन में काफी सारा क्वेश्चन है. जस्ट ब्रीफली आई एम जस्ट टचिंग अबाउट द मेंस टॉपिक्स का क्या है जहां पे क्वेश्चन पूछा गया है. देन आई कम टू योर स्ट्रेटेजी पार्ट, हाउ यू शुड प्रिपेयर फॉर द एग्जामिनेशन. आई विल वेरी सून कम टू दैट. लाइक इंटरलिंकिंग ऑफ रिवर्स, दैट वाज आस्क्ड इन द एग्जाम. एडवांटेज एंड इकोलॉजिकल इम्पैक्ट, हाउ इंडिया इज अफेक्टेड बाय क्लाइमेट चेंज, देयर कोस्टल एरियाज एंड हिमालयन इकोसिस्टम. Allelopathy in terms of chemicals released by plants and how it can be used in agriculture, that was asked. Namami Gange project was asked in the UPSC mains exam, and how it was different from previous program Ganga Action Plan. Carbon credit and CDM, clean development mechanism under Kyoto Protocol, that was asked in the mains exam. EIA, in water impact assessment of coal-fired thermal power station, उस पे क्वेश्चन आ चुका है. नेशनल वाटर पॉलिसी ऑफ इंडिया पे क्वेश्चन पूछा गया है. Then legal provision for handling hazardous waste, solid waste management, उस पे क्वेश्चन आ चुका है. So if you see the topics for main examination, again is a very dynamic. Lot of areas are being asked, and I said 3 questions are asked in the main examination perspective from the environmental point of view, right? So this is what comes in the now strategy part. Now coming to the, many of you have joined this particular session to know the strategy to deal with the, and what type of books you have to follow, what references you have to go ahead. So I'm now coming to. तो एक तो ये है कि क्वेश्चंस आर डायरेक्ट इनडायरेक्ट, मल्टीफेसेटेड यहाँ होता है, तो फोकस ऑन करंट अफेयर्स. तो पहला चीज इसमें ये है, क्या स्ट्रेटेजी होना चाहिए. सो पहला स्ट्रेटेजी यही है फॉर अ बिगिनर. सो आई एम टेकिंग बोथ द लेवल ऑफ स्टूडेंट्स. दोज हु आर बिगिनर्स, दे शुड फर्स्ट मास्टर द ऑल फंडामेंटल कंसेप्ट्स which is given in environment book. जो भी book follow करना है आपको, whichever book you would like to follow, you can take. There are hundreds of materials in the market, right? आप कोई भी जो भी आपको लगता है आप उसमें follow कीजिए आप, ठीक है. So there पहला fundamental concept. One area which always teacher emphasizes the NCERT book. Class 12 biology, last का 4 chapters है. In class 12 biology you can follow that. Then current affairs. Now second strategy is that once you have done all the important topics from any basic textbook, ठीक है. आजकल लोग जो है शंकर आईएएस फॉलो करते हैं, ठीक है. तो शंकर आईएएस में अब मुझे नहीं पता है कि कितना अपडेट हुआ है नहीं हुआ है. आई डोंट नो हाउ मच अपडेशन दे हैव डन, बट आई एम सेइंग दैट एनी बुक, कोई भी पब्लिकेशन हाउस है आजकल सबका है, वो जितने बड़े बड़े पब्लिकेशन हाउस है सारा है. मेरी किताब भी है, माई बुक इज ऑल्सो देयर इन द मार्केट. देयर जीकेपी पब्लिकेशन हैज कम आउट विद इन्वायरमेंट बुक. देयर इज वन इज माजिद हुसैन सर की किताब है, and second is my book on the environment part. So that's what said, there are lots of books in the market. Try to get the important aspect जो मैंने बताया, conventions, organization, ecological concept, food chain, food web, जो भी चीजें हैं, biodiversity, pollution, ये सब चीजों को करना है. That should be your first stage. If you have done so, now I'm coming to second level of candidates who are today in this open session, जिन्होंने already कर रखा है, those who have already done that part. Now what you have to do, if you are thorough with the basic concept, you have read books and prepared your notes and everything. Now what you require is that current affairs. Now you have to focus on current affairs. Now you will be saying that, asking that कि current affairs तो वो जो हम लोगों ने, आप कह रहे हैं कि न्यूज़पेपर फॉलो कीजिए, पॉपुलर मटेरियल को उतना उसको ब्रांडिंग नहीं फॉलो करना है, तो उसका स्ट्रैटेजी क्या होना चाहिए? आई टेल यू द स्ट्रैटेजी. Let's say you take one coaching institute current affairs, ठीक है? In 1 month you have taken one coaching institute current affairs. Once you have done it thoroughly, right? Now you pick up the other. Now you take, let's say, another institute का आपको लगा, and you have started. What you have to do? What are the common topics you have already read from one source? Whichever uncommon topics are there, which is not covered in the very first current affair material, now you focus on that. आप उसमें focus करो आप. Let's say, for example, if you are reading, let's say, for example, insights. If I'm just giving example, if you are reading insights on India, one material you have done, then you compare with the Vision IAS or Vajiram or Forum or whatever institutes are there. Try to just compare. If you get some kind of new topics, try to cover that, right? So today you have lots of material. That's what I'm saying. Information, there's no dearth of information. You have hundreds of materials around. How you channelize it, how you prepare it, it's your strategy there. If you have read one topic thoroughly from one material, you are confident about it, then try to go for another one, right? Don't jump into 5-6 materials at the same time. It will be suicidal. Better you focus on one material, cover it thoroughly, then jump to another, then jump to another. So you go in a gradual manner. So current affairs, then developmental aspect. Now my third part, very, very important part. All of you are right now in the session, try to understand. Once you know the basic concept, syllabus is covered, and you are following current affairs regularly, third aspect comes the developmental part. I have given there all environmental issues linked to developmental aspect of Indian, right, of India, and kind of geography and economic aspect. What you see on the slide, the fourth point, what I've given on the slide. Now this is the very important part which you have to always see from the newspaper and all this, and it will help not only prelims exam but also mains answer writing also will be quite helpful if you look from developmental perspective. Let's say, for example, deforestation, whether deforestation happening on the fringes of a mountain and hill, how that impact the ecology and biodiversity of that area, how that will impact the people of that area. Now, what is there any remedy for that? I'm just giving example. Grassland. Let's say one example. I'll give you one very good example. Bani grassland in Gujarat. India का बहुत बड़ा मतलब grassland है. Is one of the very big grasslands, and that goes to Pakistan also. It is there in Rann of Kutch region, is a area which is dry area. There you have such a large grassland, Bunny grassland. Now, because of the human pressure, because of the grazing, overgrazing of the by the animals and the people around that area, there's a pressure over the grassland. Now think that if UPSC asks question about Bunny grassland, so what are developmental issues on that? What are challenges there? What are the way to handle that challenge? Because you cannot say that people वहां तो अब ऐसा तो नहीं है ना, अभी तो कोरोना वायरस से you say लॉकडाउन, घर में बैठ जाओ. Let's say if everything normal, अब तो नहीं कर सकते चलो यहाँ से निकलो, lockdown, this grassland is locked. So though government always try to do it with law is always used that we demarcate the boundary, we create a conservation reserve, community reserve, national park, sanctuary, biosphere reserve. But again, through the legal aspect, we need to control it. We need to control those areas there, right? So how do you tackle such challenges which are linked with sustainability? Sustainable aspect, that becomes very important. And I'll tell you, coming exam 2020, those of you who are here today in this session and going to attempt the 2020 exam, be prepared for 2 or 3 questions in the objective type from the developmental perspective. चाहे वो biodiversity से हो, biodiversity and wildlife, or pollution aspect, or global aspect like climate change, ozone protection, right? Any aspect can be asked in the exam, right? Then I've given government programs and policies. Now your next strategy, once you have done basic concept, syllabus thorough, you are following current affairs, looking from all the developmental perspective. The fourth thing is that make a list of, अब इसका strategy क्या है? If you can prepare a list of government programs, or if you have any compilation, where all the government programs for the last 4 to 5 years, I'll say 4 to 5 years, not only 1 year, 4 to 5 years on environment protection, right? If you have uh, a comprehensive list of all those programs, right, definitely UPSC will ask question on that. So let's say any kind of a program, whether it's a wildlife protection conservation part, or handling any kind of a pollution aspect, or in terms of a sustainability part, or global issues like climate change, desertification, or let's say ozone protection, you make a list of that. That's what I've given government programs and policies, and try to see the objectives. One question can be asked from there. It can be international aspect and also national aspect. Then diverse sources. Now I'll give you the sources which to follow there. Clarity of summary part of it, right? Now, let me just, I'll be coming to the sources to refer. Just, I'll take your queries. I'll come to the queries, and I'll open for questions and answer there. NCERT 12th standard biology, like those who are beginners, you should do that. If already people who are writing exams, they would have gone through that. Hindu paper and Indian Express, that is a 2 newspaper to follow. Down to Earth magazine, I'll tell you that there's a very important magazine, Down to Earth magazine. ये बहुत important है. If you can read or get a anywhere summary of Down to Earth magazine. Now 2 to 3 questions are being asked from there. Like for example, last year Campa was asked. Campa compulsory afforestation management and planning authority, that was asked in the exam. Then extended producer responsibility EPR, e-waste management, and based on that was asked. Down to Earth magazine is a very important source to follow, apart from the Hindu paper. Then I've given Science Reporter magazine. Every month you have a Science Reporter magazine. Now Science Reporter magazine also covers from current aspect and government programs environmental perspective, right? There may be sometime national park, sanctuary or species given there. 1 year का, 1 साल का Science Reporter or Down to Earth magazine का, you have to follow that. You have to go through those areas, because Down to Earth magazine, right? I'm again sure that coming 2020 exam, there will be questions from there. But the challenge is that if you have not done for last 1 year, अभी करना बहुत मुश्किल काम है. This is very difficult. I know that there may be people who are going to write exam in 2020. Now you don't have time to read 1 year, Down to Earth and Science Reporter, because you have already lost your time. So if you can get hold of anywhere compilation, anywhere any coaching institute or any website, please just go through it and try to think what question can be asked, right? Test series, let's say test series question, whatever popular test series questions are there. Now try to see that whatever been asked in the test series question, what more can be connected area where question can be asked. So test series question can, see, UPSC will not ask a same to same question in the exam. If you are following a test series question and practicing at home, direct question will not be there, but something linked will be there. So if you have the model answer, and then try to Google out, go to internet, try to read more about that. Maybe that information which you are reading from internet, question can be asked there, right? So I've given here part of MOFCC website, and all the achievement of Minister of Environment, Forest, and mentioned in the PIB website. You should follow that one. So this is the where I've given that references. Finally, because this session has been conducted by GKP publication, so my book is in all the 3 languages, English, Hindi, and Marathi. It has come in the Marathi language also there. So whatever I mentioned, traffic, like it is given page number 48, Ghadial is mentioned 100. I've given the page number. Western Ghats, Satyamangalam, wild buffalo. Now all this part. This is the first of its kind book in the market which is multicolored, and is not very bulky. Shankar IAS बहुत bulky book है. उसमें you have 350 pages something. It is a more compilation comprehensive book, and I have covered those which are required for the examination, like program, policy, conventions, and all these are there. If anyone of you have bought the book, then you could have gone through these areas. And I'm mentioning all this because it is not that many times what authors do say, most of the coaching institute or people, what they do, current affairs, or if question comes, then they update it, and then you are reading that one. See, UPSC will always ask unknown area, right? It has to maintain competition. Why it will ask a question which was asked already in the last year? They'll go to new areas. But all this what I mentioned in the book is not that I have updated and now this part is already was there. ये book में पहले से दिया हुआ था. It was already there book and then question came. But many people are not aware. Why? Because you are running after all the popular books and also I am a very small person, right? So nobody bother about my book there, right? So when the question comes, then it gives me satisfaction. I am satisfied that okay, if my book is there and already questions are coming, so I become very glad, right? So those students who are taking advantage of that, they're getting that one, right? So anyway, my intention was that to make you aware that the nature of the exam question. I'll now open for discussion. I am now opening the house for discussion. That's what I've just first gone into the discussion part of syllabus, nature of question, sample question, strategy to discuss, to follow for the examination. If you have a question, I am now opening for all your discussion. I'll open the chat box also. I'm now going to that. I'll just close this presentation part. Okay. So I am now opening the chat box there. Now I'm open for any kind of your queries and question what you want to ask. So for static purpose, suggest a book. I have said that if you want to follow for a static purpose, so there are a lot of books are there. I mentioned that most of the time people mention that name, right? The famous coaching institute from Chennai. So that the name comes. If you want to follow my book, then is there. Or there's a NIOS, Iraq Barucha's book is also Raja Gopalan sir's. A lot of books are there. So for GKP has come into that. Now, sir, how to I start for 2021 preparation? So what you do for 2021 preparation? First, you read the biology book, class 12th biology. Read the 4 chapters from ecology from there. Then you go to any GKP publication book and then read from there. Okay, the book is available right now because the problem was that lockdown. Because of lockdown, so market is closed at the same time. Amazon and Flipkart, they are also not like, because they are only supplying essential goods there. So I just wait for some time because I think by the end of this month or June, है ना, जून तक में कुछ सिचुएशन नॉर्मल हो जाएगी तो मुझे लगता है सारा अवेलेबल होगा. And now GKP has got latest edition. Now it is now latest edition is there. Already the book is a revised book. It's already there in the market. Second edition is already there in the market there. It was even before lockdown, it was there in the market. So I have already updated there. Second edition book में एक चीज और अच्छी बात है, which I have done. I have given disaster management also. You have dedicated disaster management topic also given as a part of it. The magazine is available as ebook. Yes, the magazine what you want there, like their PDF files will be available on, if you take any coaching institute or current affairs, like insights and all I've mentioned, that is already available there, right? You can always look into that part of there. Acha, just 1 second. One person is working professional. How should I prepare? Okay, for job people, for working people, let me tell you there. You have to manage the time in such a way. After your working hour, let's say after working hour, what you do is that first, without wasting much time, right? Complete the syllabus, basic reading. Like for example, ecosystem, ecological concept, biodiversity, the basic static part. First, complete the static part. I think if you read thoroughly, 10 days, I am giving maximum 10 days. 10 days will be enough to complete static area. So for the people who are in the job, for working people, I am giving this idea. you complete the static part from book as soon as possible. Complete that one. And then go with the current aspect and test series. Try to solve question. As many questions, objective type questions, and then keep on reading newspaper and current affairs. That is suffice to do with the environment part. Answer writing part, what you can do, always you can write, you can join a test series program where the answer writing can be improved. Or you can wait, if you are appearing this year exam, then wait for prelims exam, then try to do the mains answer writing practice part. Okay, this one person has asked that, may I know the importance of disaster and natural calamities? Good question. So disaster management question is asked in the mains exam. One question will be always the disaster management in the GS3 paper itself. There's urban flood was asked in the from current aspect, cloud burst was asked, tsunami was asked, drought has been asked, and they are asking on the Disaster Management Act. You all know that now Disaster Management Act is a very important legislation. Coronavirus, even for COVID-19, government is taking all the action again under Disaster Management Act. So Disaster Management Act, NDMA, National Disaster Management Authority, has guidelines. Like for example, one question, mains question can be COVID-19 guideline. How to tackle epidemics or pandemics. Let's say in the national level, what are the strategy for tackling the pandemic? Is one very important topic for UPSC examination. So their disaster management, first you know the theory part. What is disaster management? What is the DM Act? What are provision under DM Act? What are the institutional mechanism like NDMA, SDMA, DDMA? What are the important provision under the disaster management? Then you should know natural calamities part, flood, drought, cyclone, tsunami, earthquake, then biological disaster like COVID-19 or any kind of a disaster which comes into chemical disaster. Now you know Visakhapatnam, there's a chemical gas leakage, LG plant. So that is but before that Bhopal gas tragedy was there. So all those chemical accident, biological, any kind of emergency. So there again UPSC can ask question. Again, you have to touch from various angles, theory part, and then guidelines, how to deal with the disaster. Okay, I'm a beginner. One question is there, why I'm a beginner? I find language of Hindu paper difficult. Okay, I understand that. See, Hindu paper is not very easy to comprehend. If you're a beginner, if you start immediately with Hindu, it will not be good idea. What you can do in the Hindu paper, initially, once you have syllabus read from a book, let's say you're following GKP publication book on environment ecology, and you've done all the concept, whatever I've discussed on the slide on my PPT, then what you do with the Hindu paper, when you read Hindu, don't try to read everything. एक बार पढ़ना है, once you read the paper, that article, first you select the article. Just have once reading of the article, whether you are able to understand or less understand. And just underline some important points there, and then write on a separate notebook. So it will make your task easier. I'm just giving this query to one of the student who is asking that the person is a beginner and how to deal with the Hindu paper language. So read the just and then just write important key points on a notebook, right? Or you can do one thing is that you can make a scrapbook. You know that in a school level you have a scrapbook. Just cut the article and paste on the scrapbook and underline and make some kind of diagram, an arrow and something, and then put in a box some keyword, some kind of aspect on that. So that article will become very simple for you. So slowly, gradually, with practice, it will come into that, right? Okay, one question, should we read full India yearbook? Okay, very good question, India yearbook. No, India yearbook, you don't require to read complete one that. Now in the market, you have a summarized India yearbook, summary of the India yearbook. You try to read the summary of the India yearbook. Or what I would like to say, there is a chapter on environment, right? That you need to do. India yearbook, I'll tell you what to need. See, India yearbook, I'm just typing also there. Focus on main government programs. Whatever the government programs are there, just try to focus on that, right? Don't read the entire India yearbook. You'll get mad. You'll get really mad with the India yearbook. Lot of facts, बहुत ज़्यादा facts होता है. Too much of facts, too much of thing. and is very bulky one, it is not possible. Even the topper, the rank one, the first ranker will not be able to read the entire India yearbook. Okay? If you have a compilation of the main government program, you have to read on that one. Course important chapters of India yearbook for UPSC link. See, I'll tell you that for important, just see the syllabus part. Chapters like, for example, rural development, urban rural development. Then you have a very important chapter on defense given there, environment, science and technology. Then comes into in terms of agriculture. Then you have a ICT. So those areas you can read. Don't read the entire one. First two chapters, Indian polity, Indian part of this, so all you can you can skip there. You better go to the area like agriculture, then part of rural development. There you have then about sports. Then in terms of defense, then you have ICT, right? Then you have environment. These are some chapters are there that you can follow. So, okay, now question is that how can a full-time study aspirant can prepare? See, full-time study aspirant, the method is that for environment, I'll just focus on the environment part of this, is that you need to just once you have, because since you have already covered in coaching institute, wherever you have done your classes, you would have covered all the basic areas. So what you do is that every day newspaper, like when, even if you like miss out every day, let's say in a gap of 2 or 3 days, you take the newspaper and focus on the newspaper reading of that. Right, newspaper reading is a very important part of the examination, and particular environment part. If you do the newspaper reading in a proper way, I think your 60 to 70% of areas is covered. So what the person is asking that how can a full-time aspirant? So what is, I'm just writing the reply to that. After learning, see, after learning static part, just focus on newspaper reading, newspaper and in terms of current aspect and current aspect. That will be sufficient, right? So that will help, right? Like regular, like who's full time, they should go into that part of it. Okay, now one question is that self preparation, no coaching I had taken. So, but NCERT at home program of CLI2, that's good. It's good. CL program is good. If you have done that home based NCERT program, that's really good. Now what you do is that other aspect, like I've mentioned that my book is there, GKP publication, try to go into that. Or if you don't want to read my book, you want to read any other textbook, whichever you have, you read on that one, and then try to just make a notes on that, and then current affairs, then focus on current affairs. Now, taking coaching is necessary. I will answer in two perspectives here. One is that coaching institute, one is that coaching gives you the guidance, but coronavirus, you know that coronavirus part comes into that. But I'll tell you, coaching institute is why coaching is required. It gives you a platform. It gives you a platform to make your task easier. That's where the coaching comes. Otherwise, you'll be lost in the entire sea of information. The syllabus is so vast, and I'm not talking only environment. You take all the general studies, so vast, and it becomes very difficult to channelize the energy to a directed part to prepare the exam. So that's what for a beginner, coaching institute becomes very important. Once you have reached to a stage that, let's say after 1 year or 2 years, then you don't require coaching institute. Then you have to have targeted approach, right? You need to have targeted approach. So now what I'm saying that students are now starting from first year onward, right? They are in a college and they're doing that one. So once they have done the syllabus from any coaching institute, and I'll tell you that online program is going to become very important. Coronavirus is going to change the entire एजुकेशन सेक्टर, पूरा का पूरा अभी सब इम्पैक्ट होगा. तो ऑफलाइन क्लास, द white board teaching kind of a thing will now slowly get a transformation. The online mode is going to become a next big thing in the coming years, right? So financially, there's a coaching was not possible. If it's not possible, try to do it online. Nowadays, YouTube channels and a lot of online systems are there. Try to do online there also. Answers from Hindu editorials, are they enough to fetch good marks? No. I'll not say that. See, Hindu editorial helps you in the some kind of perspective building, right? Some kind of a perspective you build. Hindu editorial will not help too much in terms of getting the answer. Yes, your perspective is built. Mains answer means essay writing, essay on environment or mains answer. You get a lot of things from editorial. So Hindu editorial is a must in that part. But again, don't miss out the other articles. Let's say there may be some article on Bandipur, there may be something on Nilgiri, something on let's say part of Kanchenjunga. So read those articles also. Don't only focus editorial. Editorial gives you a perspective, right? So that's a part of that. So editorial, so read editorial for getting perspective there, right? But again, read other articles which may be important for objective type question, prelims question point of view, right? So I'm just going through all your question in the chat box, trying to answer that. Enhance answer writing skill. Okay, answer writing skill. Let me give you that. I'll write also there and explain also there. Answer writing part, what you need to do is that do this one, précis writing. You know that in the school days, when you read a passage from paragraphs, and then 1/3 word you write a summary of the part of it, or summary writing. What you can do is that summary writing from editorial. You can do something from editorial writing there. You can select an article, Hindu or Indian Express, or even you can take Yojana also there. Let's say Yojana magazine, Yojana or Yojana magazine, anything which comes there. Then try to summarize in your own words. It will be a difficult task, but it will help. Or you can do something, write previous year question paper. Try to take the previous year's questions asked in the mains exam. Try to write into that case. So previous year question paper will help you a lot. So only textbook, I have one person asking, I cannot afford coaching, how to prepare. So the best way is that from textbook, you read the concept, do the theory part, and then nowadays you have all the soft materials, right? Whether you take in website or Telegram or whatever you have a coaching institute materials, all are available there. So try to do that. Try to work on that and try to do that. But I think that I'll tell you, CL Educate is also trying to develop this kind of platform to provide all those kind of online means of material. So it'll also help. But wherever you can get the, see, once you have read textbook, understood the thing, then try to yourself try to read on the newspaper and current affair material. Try to make a note of that. Okay, one question here. Is it necessary to remember all the sanctuary national park? No. There's no need of reading of that. Now what I'll tell you strategy. What is the strategy for this? I'm giving the strategy for it. Number one, the strategy is that if important, you have to know important or national parks or sanctuaries. Let's say wildlife sanctuary or anything, or tiger reserve, elephant reserve, right? Second, what you can do is that, let's say, for example, I'll just give you one example. Corbett National Park is an important one. Already UPSC asked question on that. Kibul Namjao in Manipur Loktak Lake is important. Already UPSC asked the question. You are aware of that. Tiger reserve, let's Satyamangalam I have mentioned, or any tiger reserve, the important ones. Every state has got. Then what you have to do is that current news, if anything comes in current news articles, mentioning any name is there. I'm just writing here. Mentioning again any protected areas, then try to read on that. Try to do the and just get the information. Get information from Google, from website. Try to know from there, right? So that will again give you more information on that. So don't try to read all. If you try to read all, you will be lost. There are more than 600 types. Or I'll give you third strategy. Now I'm writing on the chat box. Third strategy to prepare the protected area is that first you focus on biosphere reserve. So I'm writing here, focus on BR. BR stands for biosphere reserve. Then study national park or sanctuary, anything within the part of it. which are found within biosphere reserve. This is another strategy. You take a biosphere reserve. India has 18 biosphere reserve. Let's say you focus one biosphere reserve, right? And then within that biosphere reserve, which are wetlands? Is there any Ramsar site? Which are the tiger reserve, elephant reserve? Which are the national park, sanctuary, bird sanctuary? Try to read about that. This is the best way to do. You will be able to start from biosphere reserve and expand into various areas into that. And when you read about national park, try to find out which all species are there. Now, which are scheduled species there? Scheduled 1 and Schedule 2 under Wildlife Protection Act. Plus, you try to see which are critically endangered, vulnerable under IUCN. So just try to create a layer. What I want to say, biosphere reserve. Within that, national park, sanctuary, tiger reserve, elephant reserve, all those areas. Third layer, which are the species found there, which are the scheduled species protected under the law, Wildlife Protection Act, and which are the IUCN red listed species. And then finally, you can do what? The geographical part, which are the hills, mountains, rivers, right? Those areas. So you are going to cover every aspect of that, right? So that's what I was meant to say, that if you focus one after another, that will be much better way to strategize for preparation of the factual part, the fact, because these are a fact. You have to remember the facts. There's nothing much concept behind it. So you have to remember a lot of information. This is the best way to do that, right? So now question is that how much marks environment part fetch in the mains examination? See, now 10 marks are there. Around 30 marks it comes in GS3 paper will be there in the mains examination there, right? 30 marks comes into that part. So now another question was that, let me just see the question here in the chat box. Important national park and sanctuary, I have mentioned that. Okay, one new message. I got Shankar IAS book. Is it sufficient? No, I think, see, Shankar IAS book, if you have got, well and good. If you have read some important chapters from there, which are important, is all right. But again, now you diversify. Now you need to diversify from there. That's what I've been saying, that if you can go to another source, like I mentioned, my book has covered a lot of areas. So try to diversify from there. Particularly from the government programs, policies, conventions, current aspect, try to focus on that. So GKP publication book will be quite helpful in that case. So that is so try to, what I want to say, try to diversify. See, every year there are number of students come to me. Sir, I have read 2 times, 3 times Shankar IAS book, but still I was not able to solve the paper. So I always say that, see, once you have done one study material, one book or one study material, that is done. You should be confident on the reading of that Shankar IAS book and the material part. Now you diversify to something else, which is not covered there. So let's say you have an option. So you can go to my book, now you read my book and try to see that, right? There's another book from another publication, try to see there. So then try to at least I'll say, from basic concept, 3-4 books you can take there. One after another. I'm not saying that jump into the ocean one time. Do it in a proper manner, one after another. If something is not in one book, try to cover another book. If that is, then another book. But don't do 10 books at a time. It's not advisable. One should not read hundreds of materials. One should not read tens of books. You select some few selected books and do it again and again. You do it again and again, that is more better. If you focus on 2 or 3 books, do it that 3 books only. ठीक है? अगर 3 किताब आप लेते हैं, 2-3 किताब आपके पास है, तो आप उनको अच्छे से कीजिए। आप करंट अफेयर्स का मटेरियल 2-3 है, तो उनको अच्छे से कीजिए आप। ये नहीं कि सब जगह जाना है। एंड मैं हमेशा बोलता हूँ, if you cover syllabus static part from one area, you should be confident on that. Then you go to dynamic area, which are very gray areas. So that you try to cover there, right? So as a beginner, can I completely ignore focus on your publication? You can do that. If you want to go into that, you can do that. If you find that if GKP publication book can help you out, you can do that. You can definitely go do that. So it's up to you there. So if you don't want to follow, like question is that if you doesn't want to follow Shankar IAS, shall I go to the GKP publication reader? You are welcome into that. You can do that, but there's no and because already has been covered there, and I've said that now is the latest edition, and it has a disaster management also added. Shankar IS book doesn't have disaster management, so I have added properly disaster management with the current aspect. उसमें previous year question paper भी है. I have given all the previous year question paper added there. The latest book in the market has the last year prelims exam also covered there. Part of that. So what is your suggestion to starters regarding books and all? So I'll say that one is that for starters, there's a class the 12th NCERT, unit 10, that's a 10 from, that's a bio book, right? Second, I have mentioned that you can go to the GKP publication. This book you can follow from environmental part. Third is that, see, Career Launcher provide you the current affairs, right? Current affairs material from Career Launcher also comes into that. You can follow from there also. Then focus on current affairs. Fourth is that PIB updates. So I'm just typing what need to do that. This is a sequence you have to do there. The PIB updates and any current aspect that is in terms of achievement. I'm writing here. You need to know the programs and policy achievements of MOEF. So you can follow that part. And then you can do what? Solve previous year question paper. I'm writing the entire aspect of previous years, both prelims exam, mains exam, both PT and mains exam. Question there. And then what comes the last is the test series. Practice that is required. Is 100% listening to classes and revising notes is sufficient for UPSC? We must buy a book for environmental project. So I'll tell you that if you watch a class like online class, now all my classes are already there. Like people have shared my classes. Is there in YouTube and also in Telegram? It's already there. My classes are there. 7, 8 classes of Vision IS has been now shared by some of the people, and I get this information from students only there. But I'll tell you that the classroom, what you see in the videos, right? This is just one part of the story, right? Let's say let's say for example, when I teach in a coaching institute, they give a limited number of hours. I'll tell you very frankly, very openly, I'll tell you that they give you a very limited number of hours, very limited number of classroom. Now a teacher like me, right, who teach a subject which is a very challenging subject, environment and ecology, and let's say you give only 7, 8 class to do with that, it will not be enough. What I'll do there, I'll cover only important topics, and I'll focus from where those people who are beginners, those who are just beginners, so I'll focus on that part, right? Ideally speaking, what I want to say that, ideally speaking, there has to be way to do that. So don't go by only online session and classes and all this one. Book is always important because book gives you more information. Book is always a learning process. So I always believe that one need to read the textbook. Reading textbook is a compulsory. What I'll write here, reading the book is required for preparing for examination. That is very, very important. Whichever book you follow, right, it required there. Only just listening to class or watching a video or notes is there, but you have to read the textbook, right? That is very important there. So I have given you the information there. You need to follow from that perspective there. So what are the strategies for online students regarding UPSC there? See, for online students who are following there, I'll give you there, go through the class there. All those online classes, you should go through that. Then what I'll say that solve questions. Whatever the questions are on the subject, you try to solve those questions. And then prepare these notes. Prepare notes on current affairs. Your own kind of notes on current affairs, though it will be time consuming, but it will help you out. It will definitely help you there. So this one need to prepare on that part. For those who are only online, like I know that now COVID-19 coronavirus case. Now offline class will convert into online classes, and CL Educate is already doing that. Career Launcher is already having a well-developed online platform. So Career Launcher and doing the Aspiration AI, they have started the Aspiration.ai. So their online classes will be there. So whatever you do in the online classes, right, with your doubt clearance and everything, then solve question and then current affairs. Try to go into that part. So that will help a lot, part of that. So I think I've tried to help you out in this small session what we have. So it's organized by GKP publication, right? This about my book only. This session has been organized by that. That's what I mentioned syllabus and part of it. So just have a look into the book, see that what all things are there, and then take your own judgment on that, right? Any other question? Okay. Which paper will be the best, the Hindu or Indian Express? Say for UPSC, the Hindu you have to follow, right? For both prelims and mains, that is a part of it. And Indian Express, you should do it for the mains point of view. That you can focus from mains point of view. See, this is I'm talking from environment perspective, not from any other subject, right? So you should not mix them. For environmental perspective, Hindu paper is enough for both pre and mains part. And Indian Express also gives you there, but it gives you a better way of answer writing in part of that. And Indian Express is very comprehensive also there, I find there. So that's where you have to follow that. And I mean, how to make notes of the e-paper. It's very simple. E-paper, what you can do, you can highlight, like use a marker, like use highlighter, like something, text highlighter on e-materials, and then compile it there. You can just keep it somewhere. This is how you can go ahead with that part of it, whichever is the ebook or PDF or anything. And that is always good. Like you can always see that whatever you have highlighted as a sentence or keyword, you can always read from there. So that's what I've given there. And I don't know how many people have joined there. How many are there? Let me see there. There's something around 28 participants are there. Good. That's really good. So initially maybe more, but then as the time progresses, then people will go out. So is it okay that what I covered in the classroom there? My book is available. My book is available on Amazon and all the you can find there. You can directly order GKP. So I think GKP people will get. You can contact the GKP publication. So like Naveen is there. Naveen is already in the session also. Naveen Bagga is a country manager of GKP publication. So he can also help you out. You can write a mail. What you can do, you can write a mail to the GKP publication, and they will give you the way to get the books. So that's can be there. And so I thank all of you that you are here, taking time for going through the session part of it. Any query? Who is the moderator there? Can you hear me? Can you come? I'm just trying to see there. Who is the moderator of this session? Naveen, can the person get back to me? Okay. Anyway, I thank. You have any more question there? I'm still available there. You have any question? You can. How I asked you about strategy and regarding books, Austin, please send the SMSs of yours. Texted message, I didn't get that. Just now I asked you about strategy and regarding books for starters. Please send the text. Okay, Bob, I'll try to do that one. I'll contact the coordinator there. They will send it to you there, part of it. So you'll be able to get that. Okay, this Pratyusha has asked this question. So I'll get back to the GKP publication. They will get to it. But I'm still saying that just try to diversify, right? Just go to the GKP publication book and try to see that what. And there's a very comprehensive book, multicolored book, with all the latest aspect given there. It will help a lot. That's what the main purpose. That's what I have come today online to give this session, is that at least this book, which has a lot of good content, but still students are not aware of it. They become aware of this textbook there. So online, let's see there. I don't know how it can go into that, but still I'm looking forward to it. So so the person is asking here that when can we again have your online class? So you'll get to know from the management regarding that. So Hindu newspaper, hard copy, no, even e-paper, Hindu paper, even e-paper is also sufficient. You can read the e-paper also. If you are comfortable with hard copy, is good. If you are not there, then you can follow e-paper, because now coronavirus, you know that because of coronavirus, COVID-19, hard copy is more, you don't know from where the newspaper is coming, right? It's better you read e-paper. That's why I say online is going to be a big thing, and Career Launcher is moving into that direction. So read, you can follow e-book or e-paper thing, right? All right. So thank you, everyone. I hope that it made sense to all of you, and you are able to understand every aspect on that. So I will thank the session there. So I don't know the call. Uh, so thanks a lot. Thank you, everyone, and take care. What I want to say, take care. Right. Stay safe. Though government may sometime relax the lockdown, right? But you should not become very excited after the lockdown. Oh, now I'm come out of home. Let's have party and everything there, right? This virus is very dangerous. So please make sure that if there is some kind of relaxation coming there, you should not take it for granted. Still maintain the social distancing there. Please always try to do that one, right? Right. So I wish you all the best, right? I wish you all the best, and do that. So all the best for your examination, right? And do well, come out with flying colors, right? So thank you. Thanks a lot. Take care. Bye-bye. Bye. Thank you.